Wait a minute. Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome to my laundry room, which is, I guess it's going to be my workspace for a while, at least until I can get my garage cleaned out. And I don't know, I might end up staying up here, at least for the winter time. But we're back with the build the Back to the Future DeLorean issue number 4. We've got our parts right here. So it looks like we're going to be assembling the Mr. Fusion and the reaction chamber. We'll take a quick look at the instructions. Again, we've got all of our parts. We have all the assembly instructions. And this is kind of, I guess this is what it's going to look like when it's assembled, maybe, which that looks freaking awesome. So if we get, you know, something close to that, be pretty cool. And then we've got the this is the with the reactor lid from the first movie, and then this is the Mr. Fusion from the end of the first movie and the second movie, and so on. So the real Doc Brown. So they've got some information about the car's design, and I'll have to read up on that. Looking for a doc. I'm assuming this probably has to do with the actor that played Doc Brown. They've got John Lithgow, Jeff Goldblum. Actually, John Lithgow would have been a good choice as well, but, you know, it's all history at this point. And then, of course, the parts for the next issue, which it looks like front left suspension. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's take a look here. And let's see here. Get my trusty knife out here and see if I can cut this bad boy open or something. So yeah, I today is actually Friday, October 13th. Friday the 13th. Ooh. And for all of you who are superstitious, in some ways I like to be superstitious, in other ways I don't, but I would say generally I'm not a very superstitious person. I pretty much got moved in on Monday of this week, on the 9th, and I had to sleep on an air mattress the first night because my new mattress had not arrived yet, and I'm still waiting for a new bed, you know, the actual bedroom suite, because I bought a bed and a dresser and stuff like that. And apparently it has been damaged in transit, so definitely not happy about that, but nothing I can do about it at this point except for sit back and wait and hope that, well, they've already charged my credit card, so I'm kind of screwed there. And it's literally been a month, so it's like my next bill, I'm definitely going to have to pay for it. Uh-oh, did I just lose something? What was in this? And that, oh, they just flipped out there, okay. Come on, pop out of here. What is the major... Oh, it's hung up over here. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I got moved in, and still settling in. You know, it's going to take some time to unpack and organize and reorganize and all that kind of stuff. So looks like we've got a pretty small little screw here, and oddly enough I don't have all of my tools within easy reach, which is fun. So we'll see how we do with a little screw. Everybody does well with a little screw. Wait, no, maybe not. Alright, step 1, fit this and something yellow. Oh, this is the little reactor cap thing here. Okay, so it's got a key on it. By key, I mean... Actually, hold on. I'm going to move the camera really quick. Okay, so hopefully that'll be better. What I mean by a key is it has a little tab that kind of sticks out, which I'm assuming is going to fit in here a specific way. So it says, fit the yellow part in 4C into the center part of 4B Oh no, this is not 4B. I should pay closer attention. It is this one, because there's the little key. So we fit this in like so, and then I guess we just turn it all the way around until it stops. Or right there, I guess. This is what the assembled part should look like. Okay. Next, we get part 4A. Lay the reactor disk 4C, which is this piece, down onto 4A. Now we've got kind of a specific way this is supposed to fit on there. Okay, got that the first try. That's pretty good. And then let's see here, and then take care to align the holes. Oh, you always have to align the hole. And fix into position with 2 AP screws. All right, let's set that right there. We got CP screws and AP screws. There we go. So let's get a couple screws out here. Should be pretty easy since we have a magnetized screwdriver. And again, I never fully tighten down the screws until I get all of the screws in. So it's kind of an important thing to do. Okay. And okay. All right, so there we have the top of the reactor there, and this is still kind of just sitting up here doing its thing. It's kind of easy. Might be kind of easy to flop off there. I don't know. Next, fix the transparent reactor component 4D, which I think is this down here. Yeah. And it looks like it goes in a specific way. You'll kind of notice here that hopefully you can see this. The tabs are kind of lower than the main disc part, and so you want to have that offset in or down towards the this bit, and actually that is going to snug that right up. So good. Good. Okay, and 2 more AP screws. Armor penetrating screw. No, I'm sure that's not what the AP means. And I have to look around because I have to find out where all of my other spare parts went for this build, because I kind of packed everything up. I tried to keep everything model related together, so I do have several boxes and a rack above me here, and I'm hoping that it will not fall on the Millennium Falcon, which you may have seen at the beginning of the build here. I've got the Millennium Falcon sitting here on the table. Still have not finished it. Hopefully now that I'm moved and I can kind of figure out the final paints that I need to order, I can get those in. All right, so now that's not going anywhere. It's, well, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Great, okay. So there's the top of that. Next is Mr. Fusion. So now we have Mr. Fusion Part 1, Mr. Fusion Part 2. And we need 3 AP screws. It's got a little bit of some black stuff on it. There's a little tiny piece of plastic in there. Then we've got these big, huge holes. I might actually look into the possibility of covering those holes up with some putty and then, maybe trying to paint around that or something. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Okay, so we've got, man, those CP screws are tiny. I didn't really think they would be that small, but boy was I wrong. Okay, so we need 3 AP screws. Man, I've been like on the money pulling these AP screws out of here. And we'll just screw down onto Mr. Fusion here. Trying to think, I actually got this package, I think it was towards the end of last week. I can't remember. You'd have to go back and watch episode 3. Hopefully I talk about the date that I received the package, but it had been like a month and a half since I received my first package. So I was getting kind of worried, and I have no, supposedly they're supposed to ship out pack number 3, which includes 7, 8, 9, and 10, because we already got 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6 with the current pack. So yeah, no, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's right. And so, all right. Next, attach the transparent lid to the Mr. Fusion chamber component, which looks like this. And I guess it should fit right there. And then slot the assembled transparent chamber into the corresponding gap in the shell. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to fit down. Uh-oh. See, I don't know if I should use maybe like a dab of super glue, which is ironic since I have literally no clue where my super glue is right now. Oh, there we go. And so this... I kind of thought this would kind of pop into position, but I guess... Yeah, I see there's like 2 little tabs there. Well, I guess that's as good as it's going to get. I might consider a little bit of super glue on this. Let's see, and then this piece, I guess this just fits on top here, huh? Yeah. I don't think it... Slot the assembled transparent chamber into the corresponding gap into the shell, then click the chamber lid into place on top. Doesn't exactly click. It's just, I mean, you can easily pull this out. So I might look at some glues that aren't going to, discolor the clear plastic, and I might actually redo this. Okay, next, take the first part of the hinge, 4G, which looks like this here. Take the first part of the hinge and attach it to the white Mr. Fusion hatch. Okay. So it's upside down. And then we use 2 AP screws yet again. So let's see if I can get 2 more out of there, which I did. This is not too bad. Okay, there it's going to dig in. And I think that's good. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And then I don't know how, let's see, make sure that the large circular screw hole on the hinge is positioned as shown. Yep, I did that. Let me just loosen this just a little bit. I just want to see, okay. Fit the black Mr. Fusion chamber E, or 4E, which is this, and they have it upside down, like that, onto the hatch, and then, okay. Oh, okay, I think I see. Maybe. Okay, here we go. So there's one side's got 2 holes. That's not the one we want. We want the side with 1 hole, which is going to be right there, I'm guessing. Yep. And we need a single AP screw. Perfect. Maybe. There we go. All right. Let's find this again. Okay, so there we have that. This will open up. I'm assuming that the Mr. Fusion is going to fit on it like so. And there's actually a pretty big molding mark that I'm going to need to sand down if it's to fit on there. So let's go to the next page. And the next page is attaching that exactly like I thought. And so we're going to, luckily I have my file out here. And apparently it looks like it's black underneath. So I'm just gonna do my best to file this flat. Now it's not gonna matter like how much I damage this bottom part here. Because it's gonna be hidden from view, I just wanna make sure that I get this flat. And that looks all right. Let's see, let's do. And I can't tell, this is plastic, but I can't tell. I think that's plastic as well. All right, so this is gonna go there. That looks like it's gonna fit pretty good. And we need another single AP screw. And it looks like we're getting fairly close. I think these are the last 2 pages. Okay, I'm gonna screw that down pretty forcefully, so that's not gonna go anywhere. So there's that. And next, this is the part running on a rubbish. Oh, this is just talking about the reactor here. It's got a picture of a banana there, so I was like, what? All right, flip part number 4H into 4C, or 4I into 4H. I think I was saying 4C, but that's incorrect. Oh, he's got a couple parts left. Cool. Okay, so we have this red piece. It's going to be like this. Okay, now we need 2 CP screws. So I'm just going to pop those out. Or try. Man, these guys are tiny. Oh, we got 2 of them. Yay. Okay. So that goes down. This goes up. it does fit. Oh, good. So we can actually screw these in slightly before. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to screw those in slightly. Actually, I think, doesn't this eventually fit up here or something like that? I don't know. So we'll just screw those in enough that when, okay, so this is down, this is going to go up. There's two holes up here, and there's two like pins on the top of the red piece. And so I'm just going to slot this into place. I hope. There we go. Okay, and then fix the assembled hinge. Wait a second. All right, so we've got this black piece here. And we have this picture. It says, ensuring that the flat end of I4 is still facing up, which is here. Click the assembled hinge into the socket on E4, which should be this right here. The hinge should sit flush with the chamber so that the hole in I4 lines up with the screw hole in E4. E4 being this piece, maybe? Or 4E. I don't know. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Fix the assembled with an AP screw. So let's do that. Hopefully. Ah. Oh. And again, I just have to line that up so that it doesn't click into place, but you can feel the detent. So then this screw goes right down under here. Like that, and then take the two springs. Oh no. So we need these two springs and two CP screws. And okay, good. Okay, so can you see those little guys? They are tiny. We've got two more. Looks like we've got a couple spare CP screws, which is nice. So, okay, basically how this is going to work, it looks like, is we're going to have to put the springs down on these two little red bits, or red protrusions, and then align them with the screws up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the screws going. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. And I'm just going to align them enough, or screw them in enough that you'll be able to, or that I can see the top kind of popping out a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to do this. Hopefully you could see that. It's not the best camera view, but so now we're going to put the second screw in. Like that. And see if you can see the two screws there. And now comes the fun part of actually popping these springs into place. So, and I'm totally being facetious about it being fun. Actually, so far so good. Okay, now I need to back the first screw out slightly. And I'm just keeping my finger on top of that screw so I can apply some pressure. Now I'm going to screw the screw all the way down, and I missed it. Okay. And it's kind of sucks to see because it's black on black here. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to see. It's just kind of a game to reposition this spring on the head of that screw, or on the thread of the screw, not on the head of the screw, and then screw that down in there. Okay. And what we are left with is that. So basically the screw, or the spring, I'm sorry, is being held in place by one of the red pegs and one of the screws. So you actually screw this screw down into the spring, the end of the spring, so that it doesn't go anywhere, and it, I guess, will eventually provide some spring tension. It's not significant, but all right, let's get the second one in, and we are going to be almost done. Okay. And I'm just using the very fine tip. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Almost lost it. That is not magnetic. However, this is. Let's put this on here. Whoops. This will be the screw that ends up making me look bad, right? Or the spring, I mean. Give me a break, it's like 1 in the morning on the Friday the 13th. Oh, it flipped off. Luckily, it landed right in the, oh gosh, it's all blurry again. Sorry guys, come on, refocus. There we go. It literally landed right in here. I could hear it like ricocheting all over the laundry room. All right, let's try this again. It's not even under that much spring tension, so come on, get in there. Okay, I think that's got it. Do we got it? We've got it. Awesome. So I'm just going to flex this a little bit, and there you go. It's kind of weird. It's not really like the best spring setup, but you know, whatever. Okay, so this now, let's see. Test the assembled hinge to make sure that there is smooth action with the springs. It definitely seems like there is. And then this, I guess, just clips on top like here. And then finally, we got this big metal piece. This is actually pretty heavy duty. I And we've got the 3 holes in the bottom here. And we will need, I guess we'll need 3 AP screws. And there's actually little indentations in the metal, which is pretty nice. And that fits right in there, like so. And what do we need? I'm surprised they didn't give us any spare springs, like we've been getting spare everything else. So, you know, if you're going to be doing this model, just be very careful with those springs and make sure that they don't flip off into oblivion. So, yeah, I think I was saying before, I think my next pack, I received an email saying that it was supposed to ship on October 18th, which I think is next Wednesday. And if that's the case, hopefully I'll have it by the weekend next week, which means I'll have probably a bunch of Build the DeLorean episodes coming out in the next week. You know, trying to get back to work doing YouTube videos the last couple days has been pretty challenging. Another problem is, and I've got the phone company coming out tomorrow to see if they can fix my line, but I had my upload speed, my download speed's like 30 megabit, and my upload speed used to be 5 megabit, so not really, you know, we're not winning any speed awards for sure. And when I moved over to this location, they're like, oh yeah, which is literally like 400 feet away, maybe 500, I don't know. I haven't actually measured it. I can measure it with the drone. Next time next time I fly the drone, I'll have to measure that. But I'm on the same CO, and they're like, yeah, the most we can give you is 3. So with like all the error correction and stuff, I'm really only getting about 2.65 to maybe 2.8 megabit up, which is almost like chopping my speed in half. So that's really, really hurt, and I'm not happy about it at all. So I don't know, I might end up calling Spectrum and upgrading my interwebs and getting more speed so I can do YouTube videos for you guys. So again, you know, if you want to contribute towards the build, please click the donate link down in the video description. I'll be sure to give you guys a shout out when you donate, and please put in the donation that you are donating for the Build the DeLorean build, so I don't misappropriate, you know, your funds, so that it goes towards this project and not towards my all those other things. Wait, no, never mind. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching, hanging out. We've got another issue. This is what the assembled pieces should look like. That is exactly what they... Well, actually... Oh, no. Oh, yes, okay. It looked like up here, this part, right here, I thought that was the red, or the black part here. So I was like, no, I've got it on backwards, but it's impossible to put on backwards. So, there we go. There that goes, and I guess eventually this is just going to fit underneath here like this somehow, and we'll be able to somehow pop this open, and there'll be that inside, or hopefully there'll be some kind of a tube or something that comes up to make that look a little bit more better. More better? That sounds terrible. Or more realistic. There I go. But that should be it. That's really it for this issue. Got the parts here. Next issue, again, we're going to be looking at the suspension, the front left suspension for your build-up DeLorean project. In the next issue, you'll receive another set of parts for your DeLorean, plus detailed step-by-step instructions telling you how to assemble them. Oh, I hope so, because I need it. I think we all do. Well, that's it for now, guys. As always, please do not forget to hit the like button. Helps me out tremendously. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing with the build. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe for this and many more Build the Back to the Future DeLorean episodes, as well as a bunch of other stuff, too. So please subscribe. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.